Hello and welcome to the first episode of the ADA podcast. I'm your host Briggs, and like always, welcome to All Day Anime. Joining me today, we have the legend himself, the man who will supply you with all the facts you will ever need, 2Spooky. How's it going, bro?
Oh, it's going quite swell. I hope you're doing well as well.
I am.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, thank you for being here, bro. And we can't forget about our other guest, TheAnimeDude, slowly making a name for himself with his awesome character analysis videos. What's up, dude?
Hey, Briggs. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Thank you for being on the first episode, or the beta episode, because let's hope this actually goes okay.
No problem. It's an honor to be here.
Cool. We're going to be talking about Shounen anime today. And I guess we should just, start simple, just to get the conversation going. What's your favorite Shounen anime, guys? And there is a correct and incorrect answer.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd have to say my favorite is hands down One Piece.
You chose correctly. I think I chose some, good first guests that have, good taste. Because if someone answered Naruto right away, it would have went full debate for the next 20 minutes.
Oh, well, there goes my answer.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like Naruto, but I don't think it can compete.
One Piece is definitely superior when it comes to most shonens. Or, at least the big three, Bleach and, Naruto-wise. Anyway, I guess I'll say TheAnimeDude. I don't want to say your actual name.
So I'm not allowed to say Naruto? So you're, already taking that away from me?
No, you can say Naruto if that's your actual choice. Just know that your
it's
taste
not.
is inferior and that your answer was wrong.
I honestly don't know what my favorite one would be, because One Piece is definitely up there, but then you still have the, Hajime no Ippo and any Togashi work, Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. Those are all my faves, but it just depends on my mood, personally.
And those are, definitely for people who are watching this that, like shonen anime, like One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, and, haven't, explored some, newer stuff. I would definitely recommend Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho, which was by the mangaka Togashi, I believe. And then you guys have all, 2Spooky's made videos on it, on Hunter x Hunter, on Hunter x Hunter, and I know, TheAnimeDude's a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Hajime no Ippo, like you said, is one of my favorite sports, fighting, shonen anime of all time. I definitely recommend it, especially if you like Kenichi, 'cause I know a lot of my fans have watched Kenichi. And if you haven't watched Kenichi, watch it right this second.
Okay, I'm going to have to leave the podcast then. I'll be back.
It's I could cancel this episode. If you're willing to watch Kenichi right now, I'll cancel this episode. Let's watch it on Google Hangouts right
now. Maybe when we're done.
Okay. No, Kenichi is unbelievable. And that's if I were to give my answer, it's going to be One Piece or Kenichi, and then all the ones I mentioned are very good. I even I've always been a low-key fan of Bleach as well, and I know 2Spooky loves Bleach.
I do love Bleach, but the more I think about it, the more I realize how much I didn't like Bleach as much as Naruto and One Piece. But I still have a really soft spot for Bleach.
Yeah, that's me for Dragon Ball Z, right? I know it's not that good, but I love it. I watch Dragon Ball Super every week, even though Dragon Ball Super sucks.
It's just the enjoyment factor.
Yeah, exactly.
Might be nostalgia.
As long as we all know One Piece is superior, we're good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the pros and cons are to shonen anime or long running shonen?
You want to go first, Spooks, or?
You go right ahead. I'm gonna think a couple.
Well, the biggest thing obviously is whenever you have a long running show, you tend to outrun the source material, and whenever you do that, they have to either have weeks where they just don't have the show, or they have to do what a lot of people hate, which is fillers, and that's what Naruto is most known for, and Bleach has some bad fillers too. I don't notice it as much in One Piece, but One Piece does have some, so I kind of like the approach that Studio Bones has taken in recent years with My Hero Academia, where they're just breaking it up into seasons, and they'll just have those
I completely
gaps,
agree.
But whenever you're actually watching it, there's no time where you're not entertained at all. So
yeah, and the quality is so much higher when they're able to do it in 12 to 24 episode periods compared to long running.
I'd say probably one of the biggest problems is a lot of times when they're really long running, you'll start to realize that things kind of repeat themselves a little bit. I notice it in One Piece, but I think One Piece does a good enough job where they make it different, even though the whole concept is kind of the same. An example would probably be Alabasta and Dressrosa. Like, the concepts are very similar, but they're so different at the same time where it's like, it doesn't even really matter that it's kind of like, quote unquote, repeating itself.
Which you got to give props to Oda on that one, because it doesn't really matter, like, what he does, it seems like, but it feels like every island is so unique and different in its own right.
Oh, the world is so fleshed out, and I think it's one of the only long running shonens where like they actually planned on making it this long, or even if you didn't plan on making it this long, like it's set up so easily that it could be this long. Unlike other shows where I feel like it gets to its max or like its like climax, and then it kind of keeps on pushing to continue it to make money, which is sadly what like the anime business is about, right?
I know Spooks is a big fan of Bleach, but I feel like that's what happened to Bleach was like I loved the Soul Society arc, and like that probably would have been like one of my top favorite shows ever, just because I loved the art style. I loved how everything was handled at the beginning, and then it just fell off so hard because they kept pushing it. But like I don't think the author really knew where to go with it after that.
Oh, exactly.
Fuego Mundo wasn't bad. But
Well, like, I feel like, I don't know. I see it both ways, because like I feel like Bleach started out really, really strong, and then it went right into an even stronger arc with Soul Society, and then like they had the right idea with the
I agree.
Arankar arc, I would say, because like Aizen just became like the big bad guy, and now you got to go fight him, right? So I don't really understand why he made the Arankars in the first place. Like, I don't really think he needed them, I guess. So I think that part is kind of like, it's cool because a lot of the Arankar are really cool, but they weren't really necessary. And then the Fullbring arc, a lot of people really didn't like. I didn't mind it, but I guess I can understand how people didn't really want to go from Soul Reapers and Hollows back to just humans.
I wasn't a fan of that arc at all.
And then the last arc, I'd have to watch it again. I just remember kind of being like, when is this going to be over?
I just remember the part
that
that got to
point.
me was whenever Aizen said like he had everything planned out from the day Ishigo was born and stuff. Like they just kept giving him more and more foresight to the point where it was just
Yeah.
ridiculous. And
Like, there was
you could tell he's just stretching it. Like
there was a couple cool parts with that, like in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. Like they kind of addressed that a little bit at a few points,
Oh,
where it
did
was
they?
like, oh, that I see what you did there, Aizen. But that arc definitely, it was the weakest, I would say. And I think that definitely led to the early cancellation, which feels bad, but whatever.
I need to go read that manga all the way through because I still haven't done that.
I read a little bit afterwards, and then I was just so done with it. Like I thought they should have ended with like, I guess the defeat of Aizen, even though I don't want to talk about it anymore.
There was some good parts in the last arc, but the last fight, I hated it. It was so bad, just mainly because it was rushed,
Yeah.
but it just pissed me off.
It's so sad that something that's been on like that was ongoing for so many years like gets like rushed and so forced. Like at least finish your story, you know?
Well,
Yeah, I
not
mean,
just
you didn't really have a
the
choice.
fact that it was ongoing,
Yeah.
but the fact that Bleach had so much potential when it started out. Like I loved it so much, and then it just that's what made it so heartbreaking when it just dropped off.
Yeah, that's what gets me
Like,
like
it made it
mad when I
hard to
talk
handle.
about it. Like I loved Bleach, man. Like the first 17 episodes were good, and then like 2Spooky said, it went into an even better arc. Like I was loving this show. Like in my opinion, like that's one of my favorite shonen arcs of all time. Like even above like arcs in One Piece. Like dare I say it, it was one of my favorites of all time. And then for it to go so downhill, even though I love the show and it was still okay later on, it makes me so upset to talk about it.
All right, so I guess let's talk about a different show.
Yeah, we should
Any
probably move on
suggestions?
from Bleach then. We're all getting
Heated. Like so long running shows definitely have problems. I don't think you absolutely need 700 plus episodes to tell a coherent story at all. And they're definitely short shonen anime that do an amazing job, like Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, definitely.
If anyone watching hasn't seen Full Metal Alchemist, that's a must watch. It's so popular. I'm sure most of you guys have by now, but there are a lot of my fans are Seven Deadly Sins fans, which it's a pretty good shonen if you ask me, and it's pretty short and like high quality in that sense. So if like they're newer fans because of that, maybe they haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist, 100% like recommend it, and it actually has some dealing with like the Seven Deadly Sins and mythology and stuff like that.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Can you guys think of any other
They're
shorter
both
ones that
very
are really good?
watches. I'm trying trying to think. The thing about shonen anime is a lot of people, when they talk about it, they don't really think of the demographic. They think of the battle mainstream type of shows, and usually those are like the longer runnings.
Yu Yu Hakusho was kind of, it wasn't like, it's about the same length of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, maybe just like a little longer, if I recall.
I think it was over 100 episodes, but I don't remember.
I think it was about
exactly.
Like about 100, 120.
Mm-hmm. So,
but I loved that show so much.
Oh, it was
the manga only went
great.
for like 4 years, so that was pretty short shonen wise.
Togashi did that in 4 years? What happened like now?
It was like 1990 to like 1994, I think. I don't know. I was watching the 2Spooky video about it before we started.
Oh.
Getting some knowledge on the shonen anime. Like I said, he'll supply you with all the facts you'll ever need. By the way, guys, both their links will be in the description below whenever this video goes up.
Oh man.
I say 2Spooky's where I get my info. So if anything's wrong, blame him.
Yeah, just I'm at fault.
What do you guys think about the villains in shonen? Like how they're often handled? Like some of the most iconic, like Frieza, tend to be like some of my least favorite villains ever. So I don't.
Oh, I hate Frieza. Fucking hate Frieza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm indifferent towards Frieza. I don't think any of the villains in Dragon Ball Z are overly amazing, just because a lot of times they're evil for the sake of being evil. I don't see a motivation behind what they're doing. Other than Vegeta in the beginning kind of wanted to like use the Dragon Balls for immortality and stuff. A lot of times I feel like these people are just like taking over the universe and destroying planets for like nothing.
Yeah, except for the only one where I actually saw a little bit of reasoning in it was Cell, just because he wanted to, like he had those Saiyan genes in him, or Saiyan cells in him, and he just kind of wanted to fight the strongest people on Earth, and then if they lost, he'd destroy the Earth.
Exactly. Wasn't he like created by Dr. Gero or something?
Yeah, he
like,
was.
For the purpose of destroying Goku?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he was
right.
so salty that Goku wiped out their army.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like, I think One Piece, even Naruto, the villains are handled a little bit better. Like, you could see their motivation behind what they're trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Oda does
Dragon
a lot
Ball Z
better
is cool.
planning stuff out, whereas Akira Toriyama, he's just kind of a cluster. You could tell, I'm pretty sure Android 19 and Dr. Gero were supposed to be the main villains of that arc. And then they were like, nah, you know what, let's do 17, 18, throw 16 in there. And he went, nah, you know what, let's do Cell. Like, they were all kind of like on the spot.
His editor didn't like him very much.
Yeah.
Well, his former editor, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, nah, these villains are dumb. They're stupid, childish. Get something better.
Well, Cell is, I think, my favorite villain in Dragon Ball Z. So I think the editor made a good choice.
I'd agree.
I'm so glad that Cell happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And cool fact, I may have got it from one of your videos, most likely, but wasn't Gohan, like the reason Gohan was the one to defeat Cell and like got like the Super Saiyan 2 power up before Vegeta and Goku was because Akira Toriyama was actually planning on making Gohan the new protagonist going forward.
Yeah, because like...
And that's why Goku died, right?
Yep. Like once Goku was dead, he wanted to make Gohan the new protagonist, but I guess... I don't remember if it was because like fans weren't having it or if he didn't really like it very much or someone didn't like it.
It was kind of a combination of both. Like it was a combination of both of those, along with the fact that he realized Gohan didn't really have the personality to be that main type of guy. Like Gohan's a guy that dislikes fighting. He's very studious. He doesn't have that same got to be the strongest mentality, that drive that Goku and Vegeta have.
Yeah, so then they brought Goku back to life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really sad how Gohan turned into like the character he was at the beginning of Super. Like I don't mind him being a professor and having a wife and kids and being the father and stuff like that, but at least make him as strong as he was during Cell. Like he was weaker.
11 back then. Like you can't do him dirty like that.
They did him so dirty, man. He's powered up now, like in the newest arc, but it took a while of me just being like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Gohan's like my favorite character.
Like,
yeah, he was really mine too. So.
I didn't even really mind when he was the Great Saiyaman, to be honest. Like,
bro, I love that.
I can tell why people like didn't like it because he was a lot more like goofy, but I liked it. I don't see why it got so much hate.
He was still strong.
Yeah, he was still like trying to help people too.
Exactly.
He was just goofy.
I actually really like that like little high school arc.
I didn't like it.
Try to blend into school life.
I didn't really like it too much when Majin Buu came in. I'll be honest. I think that was probably the weakest arc, but I know a lot of people like Buu, so I was like, I don't know if I should touch that.
It was an alright arc. I think Cell arc is like the best.
I agree.
And then the very beginning was really cool too, like with Vegeta.
I liked the
one
whole
of those things. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I like it from when Dragon Ball Z starts up until Cell. Like I liked Frieza's whole arc as well, but like Vegeta really pissed me off, and Frieza kind of pissed me off too. But like I understood Frieza a lot more, I would say, because like to me Frieza's like the epitome of like he's just a bad guy. Like he doesn't care.
Evil for the sake of evil.
Yeah, he's just like I'm gonna take over everything. Like fuck this planet, screw you. Give me them Dragon Balls and. Oh wait, you're gonna let me live? Ah, psych! I'm gonna kill you anyways.
So what didn't you like about Vegeta?
Oh man, okay. Are you sure you want to bring on this tangent right now?
I'm down for it, bro.
Because
like Vegeta is my favorite character, and Gohan's tied, if not second.
All right.
So like, I'm down for this topic.
So Vegeta comes down to I don't remember exactly why. I don't remember if it was to get Goku. I feel like that was it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he came down with Nappa, and then they just wreck everybody.
Oh,
Goku
they came
shows
mainly
up.
for the Dragon Balls, but immortality. So
Yeah, they heard about the Dragon Balls, but their job originally for going was to like realize like what Goku's doing. Like, why didn't he finish his job and like to clear it?
Yeah,
like,
that was
planet.
why Raditz came down.
Because like
and
yeah, I
then they found
remember
out about the
Raditz,
Dragon
and then
Balls.
Raditz got wrecked by Piccolo, and then okay, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, so Vegeta comes down, he just wrecks everybody, and Nappa's with him, and you know whatever. And I think the thing that pissed me off right away was that Vegeta ends up killing Nappa when there's literally no Saiyans left.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you do that? Like, I know he's pissing you off, but come on, Vegeta.
I agree with that part. I remember that made me mad.
And then he leaves and everything after he's defeated, and Goku refuses to kill him. Like, I get that part. And then, on Namek... So, not necessarily on Namek, I think I could have tolerated him then, but after Namek, when he's, like, on the Earth, and, like, Goku, nobody knows what happened to him, and Vegeta's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, I'll hang around, even though, like, everybody, was almost killed by him, and they're all just going along with it, I would have been like, no, get off of our planet, Vegeta, get out of here.
That used to be how I thought, but when I went back and rewatched it, like, one... Who is going to tell him to get out of there? Like, none of those guys are taking on Vegeta. Like,
that is true.
They do, he dies. Two, pretty sure once they found out Goku was alive, like, he was just waiting on Goku to be back. Like, originally he was kind of waiting on
The only thing is maybe they needed Vegeta's strength type of thing for, like, the next fight. So they were willing to
They weren't
compromise.
even really thinking about that. He was just kind of sticking around on his own accord, like, waiting on Kakarot, wanting to fight him.
Yeah. And then I think the thing that, like, absolutely pissed me off more than anything was during the Cell saga when Vegeta's like, all right, I'm so powerful right now, like I want you to transform, Cell, I want you to do it, like go, I'm not gonna kill you, go transform and then I'll kill you. And then he transforms and like it just ruins everything. Like I know it's for the plot, but come on, Vegeta, you just...
No, that's that Saiyan pride, kind of like Goku gave Cell a sensu bean.
That's a classic Goku moment. Like, Goku's known for that. Like, he let Vegeta live. I'm sure he was going to let Frieza live, or he did let Frieza live. He gave Cell a sensu bean.
But that's not what Vegeta does, though. Vegeta's just like, I'm better than you, and I'm going to kill you. Where Goku's like, I just want to have a good fight, and let's just leave it at that. I mean, obviously, Goku's got his serious moments where he's like, nah, this is no longer just a fight. It's gonna get real.
I like Vegeta for the same reasons I like Bakugo. He just has that pride. He's like, I want to beat you at your best.
But like, why? Like, why would he let Cell transform? Like, Cell's in his second form, and like Vegeta's destroying him, and he's like, oh, you can get better than this? Do it right now. And Cell's like, oh, are you serious? Like, okay.
Like, I have a couple issues with Vegeta, but they're for different reasons. Like, I don't mind his pride, like that aspect of him. I just don't like how like, I feel like they could have done so much more with development-wise as far as whenever he did die in the Buu arc. They could have had him talk to his dad or something, like, in the afterlife, some other Saiyans, something. And then, like they had GT. I know that's not a continuation, but, like, they had Nappa come back alive. It lasted 2 seconds before he killed Nappa again. I was like, what?
I know in Super, like, they're trying to make him like a more likable character, which I did like because I like Vegeta in Super way more than I liked him at any of the arcs at all. But
Really?
I just felt like he was such a dick the whole time.
He
Like
is.
I know
I
that's
love
part,
that
of his
part of
character,
his
but, like,
character.
he was like too far of a dick.
Yeah.
He was.
You either love him or you hate him. You honestly either love him or you hate him. Because I found like him being an asshole and like being like basically him being an asshole hilarious, and like I loved that part of his character. And some of his one-liners like killed me. Like, what is this, a Super Saiyan bargain sale? Or like, if reporters come on my lawn, I'll just kill them or I'll just destroy them.
Dude, and Vegeta's even better in Team 4 Star's interpretation of him,
Oh yeah.
where he's just
They,
completely.
Team 4 Star's
arrogant.
interpretation is actually better than the original.
That's what I'm saying. But now I got to know, Spooky, like, what are your thoughts on Bakugo? Like,
See, I was really, really, really scared that Bakugo was going to end up being another Sasuke, which I hate Sasuke. I'm just going to say that right now. Fuck Sasuke.
I fucking hate Sasuke.
Fuck Sasuke so hard. But I was really scared that he was, like, when he got captured, spoilers, but once he got captured by the Alliance, I was really scared that he was going to be like, yeah, sure, I'll be on your side, whatever. And I was like, please don't. Like, then they're all going to be like, we got to save him, but he's not going to want to come. Sasuke 2.0. I just couldn't
honestly,
handle
never
it.
had that thought cross my mind with Bakugo. Like, I just didn't think he was going to.
I was
like, for some reason
praying that he wouldn't, and he didn't. I was like, yes, I like you now. Now I can officially like you as a character. The whole time, I was so worried. But
And like Aizawa had faith in him, like he knew like his personality. There was no way he was gonna go to their side.
I was so happy that he didn't. It just, any doubt I ever had of him is gone now. Like, I'm like, you're gonna be a good character.
Like,
I don't
Bakugo
even
had
care.
that Vegeta-like pride to say, F you guys, I'm gonna do what I set out to do. Whereas, like a Sasuke, he did whatever he needed to do. He gave up his pride, he didn't care. He just wanted to be stronger.
Like, I don't think there's
Yep.
a character I dislike as much as Sasuke. Like, as a main character, I should say.
Okay, okay, guys. Favorite main shonen character or like protagonist, and like least favorite.
Ooh.
Uh,
Does Sasuke count as a protagonist?
Well, I'll allow it because like I hate him so much that like he has to make the list.
Like, he would be my least favorite, but like, if we're just talking like the main person, I don't know if I want to count him, but I'll give it some thought real quick.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
taking
think
a
about
second
my
to think
least
about
favorite,
it.
and I can't.
I think my favorite has to be like Kenichi or like Ippo Makunoichi from Hajime no Ippo. But least favorite, let me think about this. Because there are some bad shonen protagonists that like turn me off from the show. But
I am gonna
if I
say
drop the
that
show
my
now, it's-
favorite is probably Yusuke Urameshi. Like, I just love his attitude.
Great
and,
choice.
Tie for him probably would be Gon Freaks. But the thing about Gon was he used to be one of my least favorites.
See, I think
And
he
then
would
he
probably
grew
be
on
my
me.
least.
Like, he
Yeah,
grew
I'm
on
not-
me so much throughout the series.
I like
I'm
him,
not a
though.
huge fan of Gon.
I don't want to say he's my least favorite because I do like him, but
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like main characters, I don't. I'm
Like,
trying
he
to
used to
think.
be my least favorite. Now he's one of my favorites. So, like, I thought that was mention worthy. But I don't know who my least favorite would be.
I don't think Ichigo's a strong character, but I definitely don't like in terms of like his actual character development and stuff like that. But I do think I can't say he's my like least favorite. 'Cause I did like him.
I liked him a lot, mainly just because he wasn't your stereotypical shonen protagonist. Like, he had a lot of differences,
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
very
why
true.
I love
I
Ichigo
place
at
him in
first.
like the middle somewhere.
Honestly,
I'm
don't
not
know who
actually
my
like
least
I
favorite
like
would be.
Izuku or Midoriya, whatever, but like I'm not super crazy about him.
Wait.
Yeah, I guess-
Wait.
Deku
Is it?
might be down
Deku.
there. I don't
No,
know.
that's not a shonen. Never mind.
Huh.
Or is it a
Is,
shonen? I have to
I-
check.
Doing some research.
Well, I guess if you count like Kuroko no Basket, like all the characters in that show just make me mad. The whole Generation of Miracles. But
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that.
Nope, it wasn't a shonen. I'm upset.
And it is a shonen. Oh, we could talk about sports anime like shonen. Like actually, let's quickly recommend it. Hajime no Ippo, 100%. Already recommended it.
Major's up there as one of my top favorites of all time.
I need to watch Major, bro. It's on my list. I just finished Bakuman, and it was awesome.
It's probably that. Ippo and Slam Dunk are probably my top three. But
I know my least favorite.
I really like what's the volleyball anime called again?
Wait, do you think of your least favorite?
Haikyuu.
Haikyuu.
You guys finish
Haikyuu's
first.
lit.
I got it.
Okay, everyone watch Haikyuu. Go ahead, 2Spooky.
I was just gonna say I figured it out. My least favorite is Yugimoto, not Yami Yugi, just plain Yugimoto. Worst.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair because Yami, he did everything, right?
Yeah.
Until the end. Like I actually like how they ended Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if people actually like remember the ending where like Yami faces Yugi
I do remember that.
and
Actually
Yugi was actually good enough to beat Yami because like he's grown from like being part of all these experiences that Yami made possible.
That's BS.
What do you mean that's BS? It was fair.
Yami's the best.
I thought it was a good ending. I don't know if he would have been
probably a
like
solid
should have been
ending.
good enough to do it.
I don't know. I guess if I don't know if this counts as a shonen or not, but my least favorite would be Ash Ketchum, just because he's still 10 years old. Screw that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ash Ketchum too because he's been like, it's honestly just obviously it's because of the writers, but they're making him not win and continue to suck just so they could continue.
Is that a shonen?
Like-
Is that a shonen thing though?
I don't think so, but
Oh.
you
I
mentioned
don't
Yu-Gi-Oh,
know.
so I had to throw that
like
in there.
it? Yeah, I think the demographic's probably a little bit smaller, but I still think they're aiming at like
They're probably aiming at younger kids than
young,
shonen,
it's
but
younger
still.
kids. Yeah,
I feel
but
you.
yeah, Ash sucks, bro.
Uh,
Like
Like I like how
to win
Digimon
one
did it.
league.
Like they made it. Those Digimon Try movies for a little bit of an older demographic. They made the characters grow, develop. Pokemon, nah, he's still 10 years old. All these years later.
it does make me a little upset.
Hmm.
I think we have time for like one last question before I like sum this up. I didn't really give an answer. I just said Sasuke sucks. I'm not crazy about Gon or Ichigo, and Ash sucks ass.
I think I would probably choose like Naruto for my favorite, to be honest, but Luffy's
Really?
a close second.
Naruto's up there. I like how he.
I just like his
Yeah.
development. Like he starts
Yeah.
out as the punk kid, and like you can just like it all throughout Shippuden. I was just like, oh my man.
He changes
Growing
gradually
up.
over time. Like, yet he's consistent.
I agree. I did like Naruto. I think he was like a strong point for the series. I definitely like Luffy a lot. He's up there, but I said Kenichi and Ippo for like the whole growth thing. But I think Luffy's gonna be like top 3.
Hmm. Which I feel like there's a lot of people that don't like Luffy. I don't
It's
know
probably
why, but
it's mainly just because he doesn't have too many moments where he like changes or develops. I would say like he does, but like a lot of people don't really consider it development, which I understand, but like I don't really think he needs much.
no, he
It's
doesn't.
funny. I actually tweeted about this recently, or someone tweeted like Roger's base. I think Moss had tweeted Roger's base like Luffy's a terrible character, and that's why he thinks like One Piece isn't as good. And I think Luffy doesn't develop a lot, but he is the perfect character for One Piece.
Yeah.
Like One Piece is all about going on adventures and like having fun, and that's all he wants to do. And he will do any he's the perfect candidate for a pirate king because he doesn't care what anyone says or like
Yeah.
or what like is in his way. He'll burn down a flag of the world government, wage war with the government just for one friend because he wants to go on adventures with her and have fun with her.
And like that's what it means to be a pirate, like to do whatever
Exactly.
you want. It's all about freedom.
So
Like
for
if
any
he
other
was
series, he might
making
not
all
be
these
there.
mistakes or like scared of doing stuff and like grew as a character later on, I feel like he wouldn't be an awesome pirate, you know?
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be interesting because he would just be like, "Oh, we can't do that. It's against the rules, guys. Let's just go over
Yeah,
here
like,
instead." Like
when
nah.
he sees something, no matter what, he goes and does it, gets it, and he's such a simple character that like it's amazing. It's amazing. He's amazing.
He is amazing.
Sorry for that little rant, but I think Luffy is like what One Piece is all about.
I
Pretty
agree.
much is. He personifies the series all by himself.
Exactly. Just to appeal to my Seven Deadly Sins fans for a quick second, what are you, I know 2Spooky just started watching it, and TheAnimeDude, I know you've watched it. What are your guys' opinions on the Seven Deadly Sins? And this will probably like be our last question to end off the podcast.
I'll let you go first, Jordan.
All right. Well, I really did enjoy the show. I feel like it was a little bit out there at times because it really does. It overdoes a lot of things, which I found very enjoyable, but I know that means it's probably not for everybody. There's going to be a lot of people that don't enjoy it for those same reasons. But I do love how it foreshadows a lot just from what I saw in the first season. I haven't read the manga, but there was a lot of things where I thought were
so much.
Like I thought the thing at the end was kind of an ass pull until I like rewatched part of it. And I saw like all the different little moments where they foreshadowed things like how what's his name, the main character was automatically healed at one point. Like the doctor didn't know how he was healed. I can't even think of the name.
I know exactly what you're thinking though. Like with like the part where they didn't know how he was healed, and there's like two kind of theories on it. But I guess they were hinting at Elizabeth's healing ability.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like,
even if not, they could be hinting at the fact that Meliodas. I don't want to talk about spoilers. It's kind of
there probably is a lot of spoilers.
Untouchable. That's all. I'll say untouchable. I don't want to like do too much, but like everything in this season, like I think it was good.
I can see why people don't like. If people don't like it, I could see why, with all the characters being so overpowered and all the different like over the top things that happen in the world. But I just think it's one of those things. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z, whereas it may not be perfect in a lot of ways, but it's no matter what. Like whenever you're watching it, like I just have fun. Like it's just an enjoyable show to watch.
It's very character driven, like One Piece and Dragon Ball Z, where like you like the characters. So like it makes you like the story all the more.
But I think the story's a little bit better than Dragon Ball Z. Whereas Dragon Ball Z, you never knew what Akira Toriyama was gonna do. Like you just kind of a cluster. But
like, where's the next villain, basically?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, 2Spooky. I want to hear your opinion. I'm actually really interested because
from what I've seen so far,
Sins.
I think it's just like a really good show to just kind of turn your brain off and enjoy. Like it's not one of those ones where it's like really in depth and you have to be paying attention to all the little details to like add things up. You just kind of figure out who these characters are, you learn their personalities, and you just kind of like watch them do stuff. And there's just kind of like some like ridiculous little power-ups here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I definitely agree because it's so like character driven. You kind of just like the characters and want to see them fight. That's basically the show. But if you were to get a little bit into the manga afterwards, there's so many little things that are so cool. It just really, a lot of stuff was foreshadowed, and it's like crazy.
I do hate how Netflix got my hopes up for that season 2.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. And Escanor, like, Bond's my favorite character. Escanor is like my favorite character in the manga, and I think he's gonna be like amazing, and you guys are gonna love him.
I'm pumped.
I'm hyped.
I want to say where I'm at. Gother just joined him.
Oh, cool.
See, I like Gother.
I definitely.
So I don't know.
I'm alright. I'm not like crazy about Gother.
Yeah, I still need to figure out how I feel about him, but I can definitely see how it's like very character driven. Like they all have such like different personalities that they work off of each other well, which I really liked. I think Meliodas is a little perv problem. It's getting to be a little much already, but it's whatever.
That is one thing about it. But
it's whatever.
Like even that's foreshadowed because he really only does it with Elizabeth for the most part, right?
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about that, but I think I spoiled it for you guys already, like too much. But like Elizabeth describes the feeling of when like Meliodas is molesting her as nostalgic.
Nostalgic, yeah.
And that's like a huge foreshadow for like, and you don't realize how nostalgic it actually is because of like what ends up happening. It's pretty cool.
I probably still haven't realized the extent of that yet, but I have heard that.
So. Like it's like crazy. But anyway, guys, that is the end of this podcast. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope this turned out all right. I'm gonna have to get to editing in a bit, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us on. It was an honor for me.
Anytime, bro.
Thank you for having me on as well. It was an honor to be part of this first episode, and hopefully
I'm hoping to do it like on a weekly to bi-weekly basis. Hopefully, you never know with me. But you guys are welcome back literally anytime. I'm sure, like, depending on the topics, I'll shoot you guys a message, like before the podcast type of thing. But yeah.
I'm always
sweet. Down. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this video, and I'll see you all next time, dudes. Shinpaku.